Hey everybody, it's BW the Marriage Guy. I want to thank you for joining me for this week's episode. As I always say, I have a lot to talk about. So last week, I challenged you to change the way that you think about your spouse. This week, I'm challenging you to speak up based off of the current information that you have regarding your spouse. Sometimes we can operate off information that we received maybe from 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago, and it's never changed. We speak to them the same way that we're normally used to speaking to them, and that's why sometimes we have conflict. This week, I want you to take a moment and really observe and have understanding who your spouse is. Maybe they may have gone through some changes. Sometimes they may have experienced something, and they must have changed who they are as a person. So the way they used to respond to things is not the same way that they respond to things today. I'll give you an example. There was one particular occasion where I experienced a loss and I didn't realize the impact it would have on me. But then a couple months later, I recognized that I was a very different person. And my wife noticed, she noticed. I didn't notice, she noticed the change. So sometimes it might take the spouse to notice that there's a change going on the inside of you, and they have to help you to address it. They have to help you make the adjustment. So just like you're making the adjustment, they're making the adjustment. You have to learn to make adjustments together. And that means as you make adjustments, the way that you speak to each other will need to change. You can't be that passive person anymore that will only speak when, actually, passive people, they have a very hard time speaking altogether. But you can't be that person that's very blunt and straightforward and always talking like that. You need to change it. Some people like it when their spouse is very soft-toned, they have a very soft approach. That works. Always being rough and rigid is not the answer. Now, there are certain cases where you'll need to be like that, where you need to be straightforward. Maybe you'll experience somebody, in an affair or cheating. Sometimes your anger might take over. But I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is today, have a moment to observe your spouse. Understand who they are. And as you understand them, you'll need to change the way you speak to them. So I'm encouraging you this week, maybe God's put it on your heart to change the way that you talk to your spouse. Maybe He's challenging you to change the way you operate pretty much altogether. And when you change, your approach will change, you'll speak differently, it's going to encourage your spouse. They'll want to change. So before they change, I'm Bruce Westfield. Thank you for joining me this week.